Casey Ashmore here, back in the studio and following up in a multi-part series on family law and special needs. Before I start, I want to give a heartfelt, empathetic, positive thought for and some prayers to lift up our neighbors in our country and our community who are suffering because of the economic downturn due to coronavirus. A lot of people have been furloughed, a lot of people have been laid off, a lot of people are making an unemployment claim, which is something many of them probably thought they would never do. And we are very empathetic with all of our friends and neighbors and countrymen and even those around the world, you know, having the benefit of international travel, having friends outside the United States, and what the world is going through is difficult, and we are thinking about all of you and hoping that this is over soon. So we're talking about family law and special needs, and why that's important is because as our education system is becoming more sophisticated, especially our public and private education systems, we are learning that there are entire subsets of special needs children in our community. And unlike when I was a student many years ago in the public school systems in Austin, Texas and Houston, Texas, where there was really one special needs class, maybe one special needs bus, and there were not a whole lot of options. And, you know, parents with children who had these kinds of things were a bit more ostracized, as were the children, and kept separated. And for good or ill, you know, and I think mostly for good, we have learned that, corrected that. And I want to touch on how that can impact a family law case. And the first one, obviously, being education. So typically the parent who's determined to be the primary parent, which is the parent who gets to designate where the home base is and is entitled to receive child support, gets to address all the issues regarding education, make those decisions. And there's a reason for that, because that is going to be the primary residence of the child during the Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday school year. So that's important for that primary parent to have that right, because a lot of those decisions are going to be proximity to school programs, the needs of the individual student, child, that is the subject of the family law case. So anyhow, that is one thing that, in my experience, most parents who have special needs children, as a general rule, they work and co-parent very well together on. And, you know, I strongly encourage that, as do the courts, because, you know, that need of that child probably isn't going to go away, depending on how severe the special need is. But it's probably not going to go away it's either never going to go away in its entirety, or there'll always be some piece of it that cannot be overcome through education and training. And, you know, the parents need to effectively work together. And if there are questions as to why is the primary parent in charge of the educational decisions, the reason why is because for the 9 month of the school term, under the Texas scheme for possession and access, the non-primary parent is usually the weekend parent, right? The Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday night to school on Monday morning. And so for the stability of the child, that school year, that parent gets to make those decisions. Anyway, I hope this has been of some insight. And I know this doesn't come up in a lot of cases, but, you know, I think because of the increased scope in our testing and the way we are more aggressive about finding out, determining, and helping and offering options for parents who have children who have more than just severe special needs, right? I mean, there are high functioning people who have, and there are high functioning special needs children in our classes and in our communities. And I think before we just didn't know that. We didn't know how to test for it. And now we can identify that stuff and serve those children in so much better a way. And anyway, if you have questions or comments, please send me a direct message on any media platform you may watch this. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll pick this up in the next video segment here in the studio. Thank you so much.